I have the Perfect Island event for you with Perfect Island weather in the Perfect Island Village and the mayor with the sweetest jump shot on the island. Still, he can tell some high school basketball stories. He's still got a really, really good jumper. Nothing but net. Mayor Ergus Changala from Malesso. Mayor, Mr. Mayor,
Hi,
we always appreciate you having your half a day.
Thank you for having me here. Every year.
It is that time of year.
Yes, every year.
Well, typically there's two times when you make the trip up here from Malesso to Harmon. It's either because of Fiesta and Tassi or because of the Crab Festival.
Yes.
And now we're dealing with the latter, so we're very happy to have you back.
Yes, and every year, this is the one event that people are looking forward to because of the release of the crabs. That's a very good spectacle. I equate it to the run of the bulls in Spain,
Yep. And it's not just that. I mean, that is kind of like the point where, how many crabs are you going to release this year in that little, the festival area? It's nice grass, it's right on the pier, the sun's shining there. It's a beautiful part.
Last year I released 390 dozen, so it's really up to the crab hunters.
So somebody out there do that 390 times 12.
390, yes, that's almost 5,000 crabs.
Wow.
But I let the kids play first, and then I released it in 4 different categories in the adult: 18 to 54 men, then 18 to 54 women, then 55 and over women, 55 and over men. So that's 70 dozen, so that's like 840 crabs all at once,
Now you set them free in the
courtyard, right on the courtyard.
And anyone is free. They divide them up into age
divisions.
Yes, age division.
Anybody can partake and participate. And when I say partake, take the crab, take it home, and cook him. That's the only prize you get.
Or raise it as a pet.
You don't have to come to Malesso at night. It's broad daylight. You come there and it's on the courtyard. You just run after it and put it in your sack. Take it home after there.
Okay, Mr. Mayor. Now, for people who have never been to the Crab Festival before and they're thinking that sounds like a lot of fun, but I don't know what Guam crabs are like. I'm really worried about crabs running around, maybe like pinching my toes, pinching my Achilles tendon, and everything like that. They're really not that dangerous.
No. If you're not a threat to them, as long as you're not a threat to them, their claws will reach out. But as long as you're not too close to them, they won't bite you. You've got to be.
It doesn't feel any worse than like.
Yeah, it depends. If you get bit by the tips, that's where it hurts. But in the middle, in the center of the claw, it's not really that damn. And then, as long as if you pick it up and it bites you, just let it down on the ground. It'll let go.
Yeah. Now, what is the proper way? Just so people know, the proper island way to pick up the panglao.
You come from behind. So you pretty much go where the shell is.
Because I've made this mistake before. 2 years ago, I went there and I picked it up the regular way. Because
they have the ability to go ahead and stretch back and reach back. But if you catch them right behind the shell, and between the shell and the legs, and you clamp them there, it won't bite you. So, but if you get bit, all you have to do is put it down on the ground. It'll let go right away. Unlike the
if you leave it alone, it leaves you alone.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay, so when you do bring it home and you do want to cook the crab, and you'll probably take home several of them, what makes that type of island crab like in terms of the flavor, in terms of what the different types of dishes you can make?
It's your palate. Some people like it just natural. They just boil it, put a little salt and boil it, and eat the innards. And some like it with coconut milk, and some like it stuffed with. Was just the innard with the young coconut they call Mawson. So it's to your liking, to your taste.
It's almost like a little smoky flavor though. That like it's kind of different than maybe other types of crab that you get.
Yeah, the only thing is it becomes tedious. But if you know how to eat it, it's not. It really, if you know how to methodically take it apart, then it's not going to be frustrating because it's not that big of a crab. But if you know how to eat it, and somebody were to teach you, somebody that's very good at eating the crab has been eating it all their lives, it becomes easier. Even though how small this crab can be, is going to be, if you know how to eat it, it's not a problem. But if you don't know how to eat it, oh man, all that, it's a little hard work.
But proportionally, though, most panglaos have a decent size amount of meat for even the small ones.
Yes. Regardless of whether it's ate a lot or not, there's always going to be meat to fill in those limbs, man.
Okay. Well, what else have you got going on for us with the Crab Festival?
Well, we have like every year we do have the live entertainment, live dancers, cultural dancers, live dance entertainments, and we have again we're going to have the release of the crab, and then the raffle drawing Sunday for their finale, and then the fireworks. So I've incorporated. I mean, you know, to spend money to make it a nice event. People really enjoy the fireworks.
Do you feel like family when you go down there? Like
oh yes, it's a family fun-filled weekend. You know, I mean, you bring your family, and your kids are going to enjoy it. So that's why, you know, when we release the crab for the kids, I give $5 per participant. So if you have 4 kids and they participate in the crab catching, that's $20 that you don't have to fork out of your pocket because your kids went and made money on their own. So like I said, I want to let it go with the kids because, you know, I don't want the kids to say that only the adults are having fun.
Right.
So.
Okay, now, I do have one final question before we go to our commercial break, Mr. Mayor, but I'm coming to Maritza from the northern part, right? I'm coming here from Harmon. When I come down to the Crab Festival, is it better that I go all around like Aggie-Umatic Road and come in from the back, or I go down from Inarahan and Talafofa and like...
Well, I could tell you to go either way.
Yeah.
But,
I've always found Aggie-Umatic is a little bit quicker because you go past the bridge and then you
but because once you leave Agana, you know, you're straight through. But coming from the other side, you've got a lot of village stops. You know, what I mean, you have to slow down. But the minute you leave Agana, Asen, it's a pretty much free drive.
That's a great trip, though.
Yeah, but
okay.
Either way, you're gonna come down to the pristine part of the island. So
exactly.
regardless whether you come from Inaran or come in from Umatic, you're still going to have greeneries and sceneries.
But everybody's down there, and it is the trip of a lifetime. And Mr. Mayor, we appreciate it.
All
As
right.
always,
Thank you for being here.
And we will see you there.
Can I make a shout out? Just
real quick, we got about 10
okay,
seconds.
I want to make a shout out to Banco Guam. Thank you, Banco Guam Fish and Bull Restaurant, South Pacific Petroleum Corporation, Steve Addison, Jesse and Tina Tanatongo, Guam Premier Outlet.